And I'm playing with buttons again. So here's a happy Mother's Day to those of you in those places that actually celebrate it today, because I know it's different in the UK and the US. So in Australia, New Zealand, I think even, and probably somewhere else, it's a Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day today. So I'm wishing you a happy Mother's Day before I start off with a very quick reading of the cards. So happy Mother's Day. And here we go. There we go. I'll drop it out now. And I'll also go to the cards, because what I'm actually doing is, why did that not do that? I don't know. Probably because, yeah, I just had a link in the comments that I couldn't put through until I was live. Just realised that. So here we are on Sunday, the 9th of May, and I've got the cards. I've just got to find where my eCam is to change it round. I've got 3 cards. I can only sit in my chair for a very limited point in time, limited amount of time. My back still isn't 100% from the other day. So I'm just going to be fairly quick, because what I found very interesting with this is the coffin card was there. Was it yesterday or the day before? I quickly did a reading on my lap and the mobile phone hats. I'm actually sitting at my desktop now, and it's not easy. So what we've got with the coffin is certainly things that are being lost, moving on, going away type of energy. So that what we can actually do, and I'm actually going to read it out of the booklet that comes with Rana's cards. So this is the booklet, the guidebook, mainly because it's even hard to think sometimes when you're actually in pain. So I thought, well, I'm going to do it this way today. Too bad. I am still tapping into the intuitive, I can tell you. It is still happening. So that's okay. Right. So the coffin's an old marble coffin draped with a purple mourning cloth, and it's surrounded by the beautiful lush scenery. So the image reminds us that an end can come at any time, but life will always go on. So it really is suggesting that when it comes up, we have to pay attention, because something is about to end or to be lost. So it signifies sickness, illness, exhaustion, depression, pessimism, death, a heavy or draining situation, which for me personally I've had in the last 3 days, well, since Thursday at least, being laid up with a bad back. And it continues, but it is improving. I'll let you know, it is improving. So it talks about a painful transformation, change, fears, or a serious illness, so a serious loss. So since it's coming up in a small reading, it's not got the same effect. It's a bit diminished compared to having it in the grand tableau or somewhere like that. So just in this 3-card reading, it really is talking about moving on with some of this energy of the, I just realised I'm in the landscape mode, in the portrait mode. So can you actually see that? Those cards? That's interesting. I've just noticed it. Some of this stuff, it's just too hard, isn't it? I'm just going to go over to my profile and see what it looks like on actual Facebook. It's one of those things when you're pressing buttons and all sorts, when you're not feeling up to it completely. Hey, let me have a look. When it comes up, we have to pay attention. Yeah, it isn't showing them up properly. Duh. Bugger. Hi, Eunice. I can see you're in the... That's not showing up in my stream on hats. The comments aren't coming up. Oh, now they are. Like there. So there's a happy Mother's Day. It's just a time delay, I suppose. So that would be Eunice, and this one I think is actually Sharon. So Shaz, yeah, it is. Look, that's the vagaries of doing all this without checking first. So, okay, I'm going to have to move this a little bit so that I can get it on that screen. Let me have a look, see what it shows like. Let me when it comes up. And the echo is only because I've moved it differently. Hold on. And I've got to get that one down a little bit. Here we go. And you won't be able to see me in the screen anyway, because it's only showing up that middle section there. Looking at that on my Facebook. Delay factor, who cares? Here we go. Hi, Caitlin. It's lovely to see you here too. So you'd be over on the page because your name is showing up. So you're on my rosboundy page. That's the difference. So next time I'll take note whether I'm in landscape or portrait. So I'm in portrait, and that's what we're doing. Coffin, I've just read that one out. With the whip, card number 11, what we've got with that one, it's a crossed whip and birch hung on a brick wall. Or they hang on a brick wall. It's in the middle of two arabesque-style windows in what looks like a dreary grey room. So that's what this one looks like. And I'll just shift it over a tiny bit so you can see that a little more decently. Right, so what that it brings anything that entails a repetitive motion or doing something over and over, such as writing, editing, cleaning, sweeping, dancing. It's the practice, working out, arguing, debating, fighting, or quarrelling. So the whip can come up as a chronic pain or ongoing issue. God, that's really perfect for me at the moment. Oh, goodness. It has that strong vibrating energy of anger or passion. So sometimes it can turn to violence or abuse. So be aware of that. Just don't get angry. But observe the cards around it for more detail. So really, I'm not concerned because it's just stuff moving on. It's actually that repetitive at the moment for me, the wax on, wax off. Yeah, I like that one there, Caitlin. It is a wax on, wax off. It's the practice. It's the repeating what needs to be done. And for me, good morning, Veronica. Lovely to see you here. And thank you so much for the Happy Mother's Day. I've certainly connected with one of my children anyway. And not that you can see my face responding because I haven't got my face up at the moment. So here we go. I can pop in like that and you can see my face. Now I can move it back. So here we go. That's what the whip was entailing. So it certainly is things are moving on and they'll repeat and continue until such time as that energy has achieved its purpose is what I'm thinking of there. And what we're going into now is the tower. So it's a powerful structure, and that's this one, as you can see. There it is, the tower. It looks like a pencil pointing to the sky or a barber's pole, something like that. It's a very interesting depiction compared to some of the other card sets I've got. But anyway, it's a powerful structure standing tall and high at the end of an alleyway, exuding firm sovereignty and authority. So it's actually bringing to the reading control and boundaries. So it talks of institutions, official and legal matters, and any paperwork, guidelines, rules and regulations. So it's government stuff-ish sort of thing. And it is the all shoulds and should nots type thing. The Tower tells you to put things in order, organise, prioritise and compartmentalise. The Tower also brings a feeling of loneliness and isolation. In a different context, it can be talking about ego, power or hegemony. Gee, that's a word I haven't used before, hegemony. Not heard that one. I'll have to look that one up in a dictionary. Yeah, there I was. That is so true. Yes, there I was, Caitlin. I'm trying to actually comment. I didn't realise I can actually put my little spots there. Yeah, it's all right. I'm talking to myself. I'm still in pain. Forgive me. God. Run, I love my job. Yeah, look, I love my job too. I don't have a job. I just love what I do. I don't consider it a job. So anyway, this hegemony, the Tower can also talk about building a company or an office. So it's all of those things. It is building up again from what we have. So I'm just going to bring myself back on here as there. So what we're looking at, it is, what things are passing away, moving away there, and that repetitiveness until we actually do allow it to move on, and the rest it's going to create those issues of repetition. And looking after ourselves is one of those things that we need to be doing to have our health improve. I'm thinking in the context of me trying to get this back better. So anyway, Look, life is what it is at times, and I'm just trying to see, am I centered on this? Which way am I supposed to sit with this? Gosh, I did choose the wrong aspect for this, because last time I was on a mobile phone. Now I'm on the desktop. I've got that wider aspect. So life is what it is, and if we're not looking after ourselves and our health, things do crop up. Issues will create themselves, as I'm experiencing at the moment. Don't know what I did, but didn't do anything actually. It just comes on occasionally. Has happened over many years, and I just know that the way I need to deal with that is to rest and let it work its way through. And Caitlin, yes, certainly do hypnotherapy. So, and that is part of what pain release and relief can be. Pain reduction can be helped through hypnotherapy, which I've been doing, the self-hypnosis. I also use my Healy. I also just rest and relax, because the body being physical needs it. So that's what happens there too. That we do need to care for self in different ways, and not one size fits all as well. So, and here we go with Veronica saying, oh, I'm all good. Yeah. So there we go. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. That's lovely. That you've mentioned that you only trust me. It's one of those things that we get into a place and space where we do allow ourselves to put our trust in others, and hopefully that is proven to be the right direction that you can take in your level of trust for others, that you have that honoured and respected. I know there are times when that isn't always the case, but most times it's always done in good, we always move into those spaces and places in good faith. And I feel that with the Tower card as it is today, that's probably indicating some of that needing to put trust in others, because with the institutions, and that would include medical institutions and the rest, if I feel that I need to move forward into getting something looked at and tested in the medical field for my back, that's what I'll step into and trust that system. At this point in time, I trust my inner self. I know the process of how my body has worked through this before. So I do use my self-hypnosis and my Healy frequency device and rest and, magnesium oil and things like that I know work. So, yes to that, Caitlin, without putting it on the screen, okay? And just send me a message later for that. So move forward and step into trusting yourself and what your intuition's actually guiding you towards as well. So that's really the best advice that anyone can give you, is trust your inner self. We hardly get into knowing who we are in that inner realm. And we've been taught to trust others all the time, when the first step really is to trust ourselves and what our intuition and our spiritual guidance is telling us, so that we can then do that process of moving out to trust others and putting that into action, because it is a step of faith and trust to move into asking help from others as well. So, it's listening to that gut feeling, that intuition that we each and every one of us has. So, yeah. Oh, good. So I'm going to leave it there, because my back is starting to ache sitting up here in this chair. I've got to go and lay down. So thank you for being part of this very brief live stream, and sharing the card spread with others. Just let them know. I certainly do have the Buy Me a Coffee site. I think the link went through if you're wanting to actually, for those in HAPS that want to, I don't think it actually clicks as a linkable, but copy the link and into wherever you need to do that from. We're just plain type it out and into your URL bar on any browser. It'll get there, won't it? So thank you for being here. Thank you, Caitlin. Lovely. Thank you. And thank you too, Stephen, for that. Yeah, I'm just heading off because I can't sit up any longer. So thank you for being here, everyone. And we'll see you next time I come on randomly or whatever. Hopefully tomorrow morning around the 8 o'clock on my usual Be Live. It just depends on the back. So